Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and today let's have a look at a brand new scenery from PacSim, which is, you probably guessed it by looking at the scenery itself already, Salt Lake City. A really beautiful approach and a really beautiful rendition of the airport itself as well. So why don't we have a look into this brand new airport? Flying the Delta Airlines A310 right now, and we are probably going through the minimum about right now. Yes, indeed we are. Okay, minimum. So, autopilot off. Let's do this. And we're done. Okay. Reverse green. Spoilers. 70 knots. Auto reverse manual brakes will take the next exit off. And I would like to welcome you all to Salt Lake City. So, we're going to vacate the runway on the first exit over here, and then we'll have a look around the airport. We're going to start by looking at what we actually see on the side over here, because you will notice you've got a terminal there without any jetways. Well, that is because it is currently a construction site. So, let's switch to the outside view over here to enjoy the scenery a bit better. You can see we've got some good quality ground textures here. It would be nice to have a little bit more dirt every here and there, but apart from that, it does look like a typical US airport. So let's bring the airplane right to the gate, and then we are going to use our drone camera in order to have a look around the scenery. So that part of the terminal over here is currently still under construction. The remaining part of the terminal is operating, and I am going to show you a couple of really neat features there that we can find throughout the scenery. First of all though, you will notice that a lot of the stuff here is high quality, like the ground lines and the taxiway lines and the signage, and occasionally there is some little bit less quality there, but I am going to show you that in a few moments. But overall, typically you can see good quality stuff over there, good quality on the markings along the apron. So, let's head into the cockpit. Brake temperature high, yeah, no surprise. Landed at a high elevation here. Okay, so that's what the gate area looks like. You will initially think like, hey, that looks interesting. And it does indeed. They got quite a color to the windows, but there is the full 3D terminal interior inside there. I am going to show you that in a few moments, once we actually reach our designated gate today. So, obviously, taxiing and doing everything at the same time ain't the very best of all ideas, so for that reason I'm probably just about going to leave the aircraft system as they are, and we'll simply use a ground power unit. But you know what? Let's start the APU nonetheless. Okay, going a little bit closer up right now. We will still do that with the drone camera once we're at the gate. For now, what counts for us really is to see what it looks like from the pilot, from the operating perspective, which is how I usually look at airports. Again, if you're looking for some fancy cuts and nice music, that's not what you're going to get from my channel. Okay, so off to the left, lights going off. And here we go, into the gates. So, going into the gate there, initially it is quite easy to think like, hey, don't they have 3D interiors? And how do those walls of the terminal look like? Because there is quite a difference there in the quality. So let's set that brake, and the APU is still coming on, so well, we are just going to leave the airplane right here as it is. Many of you have asked me how I'm using the drone camera to move around, so here it is once more. I'm going to showcase, and then I am typically going to go to a drone speed of like 10 or so, depending on what I want to show. And that's normally how I am moving around, so this is it. Okay then, let's quickly have another look into the Apron textures, because as I told you, there is a lot of stuff that is good quality around, like for example, if we go back a little bit, we've got the taxiway signs and stuff like that. So if you look at this, really good quality, even if we go really close up. However, I also need to show you the other side of the medal, which is what we can see when we are going to some of the other markings, like up here. So, while the others were really good quality, there are markings like this one, or like hold short lines, which are all of a sudden quite blurred. So, I don't know why that is happening. I did, however, send the developers at PacSim a question to have a look at that. Apart from that, gate areas, if we go really close up, then we can see that the lower part of the walls and everything over here are looking really good. We've got a lot of good quality detailed over here as well, even if we go underneath the bridges. So we've got quite some good quality stuff over here. Now, what does look a little strange occasionally is the red part of the terminal. So for example, if you look at this right now, and then we are going really close up, then you can see that according to the material that is used, everything looks alright, but this can sometimes look a little bit cartoonish when you go a little bit further away. So I do hope that that is something that they are going to fix. Okay, quick look into the tower over here, and that is what we've got. Looks quite alright. Obviously this is, as far as I can tell, only the apron. The real ATC tower is located about over there, but we'll head there in a few moments. But what I want to do first is show you some of the terminal interiors. So how about we just go down, pretend our engines are shut off, and enter the terminal through the gate area. Obviously not much modeling done here, but once we're inside, we actually got the 3D terminal. So, no proper way out here. Well, then I am just going to smash a window. Unless we can get out over here. Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. So, here we are. Would be nice if those doors actually opened, but I guess that's it. So, we're at the Delta Airlines terminal right now, and we can actually see we've got the correct markings there of Delta Airlines. We can see some good quality interior modeling as well. And this is basically what the entire terminal looks like when you go through it. Good quality 3D interiors, while at the same time giving me a really good performance on my system. So, I know there are a couple comments saying that the scenery would be hard on performance. I can absolutely not countersign that. On my system, it is running really well. And this is what the terminal interiors look like. So how about we just make a little cut over here and have a look at some of the other parts of the airport. So let's go straight back to the airplane and go to the lounge area that we can see over here. So this is what the lounge looks like. You can see it is connected to the remaining part, to the area where we just about came from. If we now go back, this is what the main part of the terminal looks like. When you're going downstairs, there is no connection like to the complete outside, so you can't go landside through security into the terminals, unfortunately. So this is what things would look like when you did that. So they didn't use too much detailing of the landside areas, even though once you're actually outside the terminal building once again, things are looking quite good. So here, if you enter the terminal area, there isn't much over here. But then again, that part of the airport is never really seen, is it? So I always wondered why developers did that and then sacrificed performance for it. Okay, so that was the Apron control tower. Let's go ahead and head over to the actual air traffic control tower, see what things look like over there. And at the same time, we can have a very quick look into our other terminal. So this is where the low-costers park. And you can actually see that they've done different interior over here. Got the United Airlines logo, Spirit, and so on. And at least on a very quick first glance, when I compared some flights on Flight Radar with the markings of the terminal interior, we could actually see that those airline markings seem to be in the correct place where those airlines are actually parking. Nice to see as well, when you're in the American Airlines parking area, you actually got American Airlines vehicles over here. And when you're going over to other airlines, you can see appropriate vehicles. Over here we've got some Delta stuff, and so on. So let's quickly go over to the construction side of the terminal, which is an interesting area as well. I don't know how long they are going to take until that part is fully built, but I would hope that by the time they are done, that is going to get updated. So let's go through the interior of the terminal over here. We've got the southwest area. You can see that the terminal basically ends over here because, well, from here on the construction area starts. If we now go outside and go over here, you can see that inside the construction area, they started building it, but the construction work isn't far advanced enough that there would be interior outfits available. I kind of like the looks over here because it really goes to show you that this is still a work in progress in the real world. So that's what it looks like. Really neat idea if you ask me. So now let's go ahead and have a look over the apron. We still got some parkings over here. But now let's go and have a look into the maintenance area from Delta Airlines that we can find. Again, good quality on the ground markings over here. But let me just about show you why I said earlier that there are some less quality markings as well. So that's what we see over here. Compare those lines. You got the whole trot line over here, which seems to be of a pretty low quality. And then you've got the very good quality center line just next to it. See what I mean? That's really... I don't know why that happened. I did send that question to PacSim, unfortunately no answer by the time that I'm recording this. But I'm sure they're looking at it. Okay, so that's our Delta hangar. Some nice little detailing done over here inside the hangar. So you could probably actually put an airplane inside and feel yourself immersed in this. And obviously the obligatory US flag. Okay, let's head over to the air traffic control tower and see what things look like over there. Again, in my opinion, it would be nice if they made the windows a little bit more transparent. Okay, so this is the ATC tower. Unfortunately, no details in here. But then again, nice little view outside. So I suppose if you're a VATSIM air traffic controller and you're using this in order to view your traffic, it would actually be a nice view outside, even though it would be nice to have a little more detailing in there. Alright then. That is pretty much what Salt Lake City looks like. Sky West hangar over here, unfortunately a little bit less detail than in the Delta hangar. Anyway, that is going to conclude our little first look at Salt Lake City. Once again, do let me know in the comments below how you like this style of video and if you think there should be more looks at airports like this, or if you prefer those fancy all-in graphic design videos. Again, in my opinion, I kind of prefer those looking at the airports in more detail over those that have the fancy graphics. That's the reason why I'm doing stuff like this. And I do hope that you like it as well. In any case, do let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, as always. Also, thank you very much for PacSim for providing me with a free copy of the airport to do this review. I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one. In the meantime, go ahead and enjoy Salt Lake City. It certainly is a place that is worth checking out, not only because of the very well done airport and very well looking terminals, but also because of the absolutely beautiful approach to this one, which I'm going to feature in my hot and high summer recap very, very soon. So thanks for watching, and I am looking forward to welcome you all again on the next one.